Hey guys, welcome back to my channel 𝕊𝕘𝔸𝕃. If you're new here, my name is Gloria and I'm a full-time reseller on multiple different apps and I resell clothes and shit. So in today's video, I actually want to show you guys what sold over the weekend. Now, sales have been really slow. But I came out with the exact same number that I typically get over the weekend, which is between 20 to 25 sales. And these are sales from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So here we are. First, we are going to start off by saying our gross and net profit. So the gross I made for this weekend was $594, and the net that is going into my pockets after fees and cost of goods is going to be $454. I made a total of 22 sales across 3 platforms, 12 on Poshmark, 5 on eBay, and then 5 on Mercari. So let's just jump right in. The first thing actually is this pair of REI women pants. Now I actually picked these up at the bins. Honestly, y'all, I think one item is from a regular thrift store, but everything else is from the bins, and I'll let you know that. But these are just like some windbreaker, maybe not windbreaker, maybe more of a ski pant. I'm not really sure. But these were an extra large petite. This particular brand does not do well for me, so I have to be very mindful with making sure that I look into the size more than anything, because REI, which is odd, but their REI Co-op, which is their newer, like, you know, I don't want to say brand, but like their more popular brand, sells a lot better than just regular REI. So I try not to pick this one up as much unless I vet everything, and the sell-through rate on this was pretty good, so that was the reason why I got it. It was an extra large petite, which I do think played a really big role in this selling, because extra large and petite are, you know, good sought after sizes. So definitely have to make that available for folks. But these actually sold for $29. I had them priced at $35, and they sent me a $29 offer. So I actually paid 89 cents for this at the bins, and I made a profit of $22.31 after fees and cost of goods, which is a good price point. All right, so the next one is a pair of Democracy jeans. So y'all, I was complaining about this brand not selling for me, and honestly, I have to be mindful of what I was picking up. These are skinny jeans, and it looks to be like a mid-rise or even close to a low-rise. So these took a while to sell, probably like 4 months, honestly, maybe even less, I'm not really sure, but I priced these accordingly, and these do have that ab technology, you know, thing that the girls are looking for with this brand, and they finally sold. I think they must have been relisted, so they sent me a $20 offer, and I quickly accepted it because I thought $20 was okay. That's honestly the price point that I would like to get for Democracy jeans, just because, you know, if I can get a faster flip, I would prefer it. So I think next time, if I do come across this, I will try to make sure that I price it a little bit lower, because I think I priced it at $32. Just because I was trying to leave room for my boss sending them a 25% off offer. So I did pay 99 cents for this at the Goodwill Outlet, and I made a profit of $15.01 after fees and cost of goods. And I actually stopped picking this up at the bin, so I think I'll still look into it, but I'll still like vet the style, you know? All right, so these are a pair of Athleta pants. These were a really great find. I came across a bin with a lot of plus size brands in it. I think by the time you guys see this video, that haul will already came out, but I was really happy with it, because of course a lot of people passed it up. I think I found Good American plus size. I found some more Athleta. I think I found Madewell. It was a top that was also plus size, and that one actually sold pretty quickly. But I was really happy with this one because I wanted to make sure I priced these accordingly, just because since they were a 3X, I didn't want to price them too high just because they were plus size, but I did want to make sure that I got a good bang for my buck, which is just $1. But I ended up receiving an offer for $35. I, of course, quickly accepted it. I think I had it priced at $48, because $35 or $30 was a price point that I actually wanted for them. So I pretty much got exactly what I wanted in this. So when they sent me that offer, of course my phone is literally always beside me. So if I don't get back to you within like 5 minutes, I must be asleep. But I went on and accepted the offer. It did have a few washers on eBay, and I think it was priced a little bit lower on eBay, which always mind boggles me. But this one sold for $35. I did pay 89 cents for it at my Goodwill Outlet here in Texas, and I made a profit of $27.11 after fees and cost of goods. So this is the only piece that I got from a regular thrift store. These were actually, you know, marked pretty low. And you already know I do an average cost of goods. I think this one took the longest to sell, but I did pick these up at the end of November, which seems like a long time ago. And these were a larger size. These were actually wool, and they're just some Bowden work trousers. So of course I went on and picked them up. I did check the sell-through rate and the comps, because you already know how I feel about paying up for things at regular thrift stores, and the sell-through rate and the comps were pretty good at that time. So I was just like, oh, let me get it. And these did sell for $39. I think these were relisted, because I do have Poshmark VA set up to where every, I want to say 60 days it auto relists items that have been, you know, still here. And it's no real set number. I think they allow up to 45, but I personally don't care about relisting the item. I know it was one reseller talking about, you know, you don't want to relist the item because people that have liked the item, they won't go back for it. But I feel like if you have an item that's been sitting for a while, you know, maybe the 60 days or even more, you clearly didn't have the right demographic at that time. So if those 39 people that like this item didn't buy it within the 60 days or whatever the time frame is, clearly they don't want it right now. So if I relist it, fresh eyes will get to it, and then it'll get sold. So yeah, I paid $3.10 for this at a regular thrift store, and I made a profit of $26.08 after fees and cost of goods, and I actually like that. So when I pick up things at regular thrift stores, this is actually what I want in return for it, because that extra $2 that I paid, you know what I'm saying, I gotta get my money's worth. All right, so this one is a Victoria's Secret robe. This is a vintage one. It is the gold label. This one really didn't have much going for it. It's just 100% cotton. And yeah. Oh man. Okay. Ooh, I was about to say, child, I thought I lost the belt with it, but it's in the pocket. But yeah, so I found this at the bins, and at that time I was like, I'm so done with Victoria's Secret. Even the gold label wasn't selling for me, but I think I was making the mistake of pricing it too high, and by the time that it's time for, you know, it to sell, if you will, I'll drop the price or like send an aggressive offer because I'm just so tired of seeing it. But this particular one, I was just like, I'm gonna price it, you know, correctly. So I think I priced it at like maybe 35 or 40 bucks, and my bot sent them an offer for $30, and of course they accepted it. So I did pay $1.31 for this at the bins, so I made a profit of $20.60 after fees and cost of goods, and I'm actually pretty happy with this. I can't tell you the last time that I got over $30 for Victoria's Secret. So of course I have slowed down like 1000% with picking it up, just because I don't like to sit on it that long. All right, so this brand is the bane of my existence. It is Aerie. I was about to say Ari, but it's Aerie. Of course, Ben's Pickup. I've really been trying to tap into this brand because the girlies that I see on Instagram, they always pick this brand up, and you know, they say that it sells well for them, and maybe I'm picking up the wrong pieces, or maybe I'm just not picking up like the good stuff. These are maybe too plain, maybe the sizes are wrong, I'm not really sure. But I could never get more than $15 to $18 for this brand. And some of the girls that I see on Instagram, they're pricing theirs at like almost $40. Granted, I'm sure they're doing that so it can leave room for offers, but $40 for something that you can buy brand new for like $60 is wild. But you know, what can you do? So I went on and dropped the price on all of this. I had recently, which by the time you guys see this video, you have just watched that video. But I was doing my bread and butters list, and I think I was talking about brands that I am breaking up with as well. Hopefully I kept that in the video, but this was one of them. So I said that I'm done picking this brand up. Now it has to be super special, maybe a super large size, maybe some sought after for me to pick it up. I think the only thing that I found luck with this brand is a Ari offline dress, like an activewear dress. And that one actually, I think that one only sold for like $21. So I don't know. Maybe I'm assuming that it's supposed to sell quicker, and maybe this is just more of a slow mover brand. But I will be very, very, very picky when, you know, I see it. But this one actually sold for $15. Like I was telling y'all before I cut myself off. I went in when I did that video and I dropped the price on everything from this brand to like $15 just so I can move it out. So I dropped it to $15. Somebody quickly purchased it because y'all will not believe this. That sweater had 30 likes. 30 people that liked this item. And I only had it priced at $25 because I was trying to leave room for offers. Dropped the price, somebody hurried up and bought it. I paid $1 for it at the bin, so I made a profit of $11 after fees and cost of goods. And you know, it's just one of those brands that I'm just like, whatever. But these are some Free Fly menswear pants. This is actually a pretty great brand to pick up. But yeah, the brand is called Free Fly. I would consider it a bolo, but I want you to make sure you are picking up something that is worth picking up. Most of the pieces sell. I want to say maybe I have a 100% sell-through rate with this brand, and it sells within like 2 weeks. So I think it's a great brand to look out for, and the price point that you can sell it for really varies depending on the size that you pick it up. I know last year I came across it at the bins, and it was like 3 tops, and at the time I didn't think anything of it. I got them home and I initially wanted to bundle them. Never end up bundling them because I wanted to meet my listing goal at that time, so I listed them separately. Everything on Mercari, I mean, it was instant. I think 2 of them sold within like maybe like a day or 2. They sent me an offer. Of course I didn't price it high, which was my mistake because at that time this brand was, I want to say, a little bit higher than it is now. So I could have got a lot more for it, at the very least about $30. But I think I ended up accepting offers on them, so it was like $18 that I actually made off of them. But yeah, great brand, Free Fly. So this one actually sold for $32, which was my full asking price. I did pay 84 cents for it, and I made a net profit of $24.76 after fees and cost of goods. All right, this is a new to me brand called 𝕊𝕃𝕋𝕇. I actually saw this in a 𝕃𝕃𝕃 haul video, and she talked about how the sell-through rate was high, and she was pretty shocked on it. And I'll be honest with you, when I came across the tag, I'm like, wait, this is the one that 𝕃𝕃𝕃 was talking about. So I went on and picked it up. I didn't even check comps, I'll be honest with you, because I thought the style was really pretty. It did have like this velour style to the shoulder. It does have the missing tag, so I'm a little bit nervous about that because I did put it as a 2X, but I did measure it. But anyways, so this is a new to me brand. I found it. It had more likes on eBay than it did on Poshmark, so I was pretty sure it was going to sell on eBay, but it didn't. So this one actually sold through an offer to likers. They liked it. My bot sent them an offer for $24, and I actually paid $1.03 for this at the bins, and I made a profit of $16.15 after fees and cost of goods. I'll be honest with you, coming across this brand literally right after I saw the video is just chef kiss, because y'all, that was such a quick turnaround, because I just sourced this last week and it sold this weekend. So it was a really quick turnaround, and now I'm happy to see another brand. That's why I think it's so nice when resellers actually share, you know, their hauls and stuff. I know a lot of people like to take it with a grain of salt, as you should, but I feel like some resellers will be honest with you and let you know, like, hey, this may not sell for that much, but if you're okay with, you know, selling it for this amount, it'll sell. But I don't know, I enjoy watching hauls. I love watching hauls. I watch so many of them because it's so important to kind of like familiarize myself with new to me brands. I would have never picked that up had I been at the bins and I came across that, because the tag looks cheap, so I would have never looked into it. So now I just made $24 off of an item that would have never came home with me had I not saw someone's haul. Anyways, these are a pair of Uniqlo trousers. I recently Found these at the bins, and like I told y'all in one of my recent videos, that I really wanted to make 𝕷𝕗𝕄𝕗 a bread and butter, and I've been just picking up random things from the brand just to try to see what sells, and literally everything has been selling off. Now of course it doesn't sell for a lot, but if you were just looking for a bread and butter, this is definitely a great one to have in your arsenal. But of course, that's the style, that's the size. These were some trouser pants. The reason why I picked them up is because they were a size extra large in women. So these literally took, what, maybe a week and a half to sell. And what's so funny, y'all, which I'm kind of disappointed in myself. So since it's been so slow, this past weekend, I ended up, you know, of course, sleeping. And then I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw 2 offers on, you know, Poshmark. So I was going to accept both of them. So I accept the first offer, which was a $15 offer for these pants. Next thing I know, I see an offer for these exact pants for $17. And I'm just like, oh my God. So that was really my fault more than anything, because if I would have just looked at both offers and then, you know, went in, but I just pressed the first one that came in and then accepted it, thinking that the next offer was a completely different item. So I missed out on $2 extra. But this item had 5 likes on it. So I think that that second offer came in because they got a notification that someone sent an offer on these. Anyways, these sold for $15. I did pay 89 cents for them at the Goodwill Outlet. So I made a profit of $11.11 after fees and cost of goods. All right, so these are a pair of Nike shorts I just hauled. I talked about this Nike and TCU brand, or I guess it's not really a brand, but like I don't even think it's a collab, but Nike with the, you know, collegiate schools on it. They do perform well for me. TCU specifically and Baylor, I guess those are the schools that are where, you know, I'm located. So I do find a lot of the items from it, and I picked these up with the hopes of selling it for like $15 to $18. I think I quickly received a $10 offer on the first day. I was about to just decline, but I've been really working on myself. So I went on and countered to I think 20, because I really wanted to meet at 15 or 18. He countered back with $1. So I was like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. So I just went on and declined it because I'm just kind of like, I'm okay. So the next day, another person came in and they sent me a $15 offer. I actually thought that was pretty reasonable, so I accepted it. And this one sold for $15. I did pay $1.01 at the bin, so I made a profit of $10.99 after fees and cost of goods. Anyways, the next one to sell is this flax top. This is a great brand to pick up. I was lucky enough to find multiple pieces at the Goodwill Outlet, and I was really happy. Somebody had just got rid of their lagging look. Hopefully they, you know, probably lost weight or gained weight, I'm not sure. So I was able to find a lot. I was wondering, like, how many pieces did I, you know, miss, because I don't run to new bins. But picked this one up with a few others, and I was really happy about this one. I had a flax piece that I got from the bins. It was a size small, and I've had it for a while now. So I was like, I'm wondering, is this brand like dying off? Just from that one item not selling that quickly. Because I've sold flax before and it's always sold quickly. So with that one still being here almost a year later, I was just like, what the hell? But I still picked these up, and I was trying to make sure that I got about $28 for each one of them. And I priced them accordingly. They were size large, so that really added value to them as well. So I ended up receiving a $32 offer. Of course, I accepted it. I thought that was very reasonable. So I did pay 98 cents for it at the bins, and I made a profit of $24.62 after fees and cost of goods. All right, so the last thing to sell on Poshmark is this 𝕊𝕋𝕋 top. I'm sure y'all saw a haul. I came across 3 of these tops. Ain't gonna lie, the first day I received an offer for the red one for like $20, and it's just like, girl, if you see something listed, you know, I don't want to say pretty high, but if you see something listed and you notice that all the other sellers are selling theirs similar to that price, what makes you think you can get away with a half off offer? It's just, be so for real. So I just was like, absolutely not. And even in those moments, this is not a brand that is like near and dear to my heart where I'm like, okay, I gotta get this amount for it. But it's just like, even if she would have offered like 25 or 28, then it'd been like, okay, maybe I can, you know, do something with this. But people are selling theirs for $30. So $20 is just not gonna be, you know, good enough for me. So I ended up declining, even though I was trying to work on myself, because it's just like, girl, be so for real, get out of my face. So I ended up declining her offer, and this one actually sold on a offer to likers or watchers, whatever you want to call it, and it sold for $33, and I did pay 84 cents at the bins, and I made a profit of $23.54 after fees and cost of goods. All right, so this one is a Soma set. I still have it bagged up, but I picked these up from the bins, of course, and I was really happy to find them because I think I found the bottoms first. Well, the bottoms for the pants first, and then I came across the robe top, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh my god, like that's great, I found a set. Next thing I know, I come across the shorts, and then they were new with tags. I'm like, oh, even better. So Soma is actually a really great brand to look into for the most part, if you can get it pretty cheap, because it sells so well. I was lucky enough to be able to find a 3-piece set, but I was looking for the top, if it was a top, but I don't think it was a top. Looking back on it, and they have a line called like Cool Nice or something. It's just kind of like a modal blend where it's just like super soft, super cozy, super breathable, and just kind of like perfect, honestly. So I do pick it up when I see it. They do have dresses and stuff, but you just want to be careful with that one, because you could be sitting out a while for it, because it's not as, I mean, it is popular, but it's not as popular. Anyways, so this 3-piece set, I feel like I always tell y'all, somebody sent me a $20 offer, but y'all, somebody sent me a $20 offer on Poshmark, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, be so for real. Get up out of here with that. So of course I declined, because I think on Poshmark I had it priced at like $75 or something like that, and I was trying to get about $50 for it. That was the goal, 50 to 60. And of course it didn't sell over there. So I actually woke up to this being a full price sale on eBay, which I was really happy about, because they looked at the price point and they noticed that this is actually a great deal. So I'm getting 3 pieces for $60, of course. So this one actually sold for $59.99 and I paid $3.03. Of course, that's $1.01 per piece. So I made a profit of $49.25 after fees and cost of goods, and I am happy with that. Okay, so this is a COS skirt. This is a brand that I think I heard another YouTube reseller talking about. So when I came across it, I'm like, ooh, great. But I wasn't really happy about the style. The style is kind of, you know, dated a little bit. Or maybe it's not dated. Maybe it's dated to me, because I don't really see anybody wearing pencil skirts. And the main reason why I was happy to pick it up is because it is wool, and wool pieces do perform a little bit better than just like regular, you know, poly blend or any other fabrics. Maybe not as good as cashmere, but pick this one up. So it actually sold for $27.99. I did pay 91 cents at the Goodwill Outlet, and I made a profit of $26.54 after fees and cost of goods, which we love. These are a pair of Kabi jeans, which y'all actually saw in a reseller vlog, and you already know I hate paying up for anything. But again, this is my bread and butter brand, but their denim does perform really well, especially if you can get a more up-to-date style, and the size is pretty good. This particular style was selling between $30 to $40, even upward to $45, and I already knew that these were gonna perform good just because it's a great brand. And these didn't take long to sell. I must have had them listed either at $39.99, I want to say, and I sent out 15% offers on eBay, which is my lowest price point. I think I've only sent out better offers than that for my viewers. But this one actually sold for $33.14. I did pay $7 for them. You already know I do a cost of goods average. I don't really do per piece. But yeah, so paid $7 for it, and I made a profit of $21.85 after fees and cost of goods. All right, this also sold to another viewer. It is Life is Good. But yeah, this one just felt like it was new without tags, honestly, just the way the quality of it felt. So, and it was an extra large, so I just thought that it added more value to it. So I went on and grabbed it, and this one didn't take long to sell. So thank you so much for purchasing it if you were watching this video. So I think I had this one priced at either $19.99, I want to say. And I sent out that 15% off offers. And this one ended up selling for $16.14. I did pay 98 cents for it at the bins. So I made a profit of $13.52 after fees and cost of goods. All right, so the next one to sell is this Lacoste skirt. This was a bins pickup, and it was 100% merino wool, and I just thought it looked so stinking cute, and I thought somebody would love it. And yeah, so I picked it up. I don't know the correlation between you know, Lacoste and Izod. Please let me know in the comments if you do, but I don't know. I find it to be strange because I thought Izod was like a cheaper you know, brand. So that's why I was just like, maybe I need to stop picking up Lacoste. But every time that I picked it up, it has sold quickly and for a decent amount. So I think I'll keep looking for Lacoste just to make sure that, but make sure that the style is, you know, worth picking up. Because I think I picked up a sweater before, and that one sold probably for like $25. And then this one sold for $29.97. So that lets me know that I actually relisted it twice before it actually sold. And I just drop it down by a penny each time. And I think the merino wool is what really sold this, honestly. So this is a pretty good pickup. I'd pick it up again, honestly. So it's a good pickup. Let me know if y'all pick up Lacoste. And if you do, what sells best for you. All right, so that was actually the end of all of the eBay sales. I literally only have 5 sales, which is pretty sad. I usually, at the very least, have about, you know, 8, but it is what it is. So moving on to Mercari. So the first thing to sell is actually this Brooks Brothers, I want to say this is a sports coat. I picked this up just because I think I had sold a Brooks Brothers blazer for women, and that one sold for like $70. So I was like, you know what, let me look into Brooks Brothers. So I wouldn't say go around picking up everything. Anyways, like I was saying before, I wouldn't go around picking up literally everything, because I think I've picked up a button-up shirt a long time ago when I heard about the brand being a decent brand, and I didn't, you know, look at the sell-through rate. I probably checked the comps, but I didn't care about the sell-through rate, which is just not a smart thing to do as a reseller. And it's still here. And I say check the sell-through rate, even though I'm not like a, you know, high 100% sell-through rate person. But what I'm trying to say is that the button-up shirts don't perform that well unless it's maybe a larger size, the style is sought after, whatever the case is. Super oversaturated. I pick up saturated items all the time, but I do check the sell-through rate in a sense of like, okay, if it's 5,000 listed and only 700 of them sold, I'm not taking that home. But if 5,000 is listed and let's say maybe 3,000 of them sold, then I'll take it home, because I'm like, okay, it's not going to take that long to sell. That's all I'm saying. So as far as like the blazer, sports coats, and all the things, I did look into them. And like I said before, I think I've been making a mistake with not providing all of the measurements, and that is why mine is sitting around a little bit longer. But I just assume that, you know, if the item is showing the size for them, they're content with that, you know. But I don't know. I know people have asked me for additional measurements on the sleeves, and then they ghost me. Ooh. Okay, y'all, let me talk about this real quick. So I was watching another reseller. I actually recently followed her. Not unfollowed her, I recently followed her. I don't know her name by heart. I probably won't put it on the screen either, just because, you know, I'm done with doing promo. Anyways, so I was watching her channel, and she was talking about how when people send her low offers, she instantly declines them. And I was like, you go girl, as you should. And then she kept talking, and she talked about how when people ask for additional measurements and then they don't respond, she blocks them. And I'm like, you go girl, okay? Because she was talking about how like it's just not good etiquette to, you know, ask somebody a question, they answer it for you, and even if it doesn't fit you, that's fine, things happen. Just say, hey, this actually doesn't fit me, but thank you so much for the measurements, or you know, whatever you were asked of them. But for you to just be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, it didn't work, so I'm not even gonna say anything to them, is very rude. And I just was like, hell yeah, that's what I need to do. I don't block people, but I do get like annoyed, as anybody would. So I just thought it was kind of cool, because I'm like, I'm glad I'm not the only one that gets annoyed and really want to, you know, go off the hinge on people. But I thought she was pretty dope. And honestly, that was the reason why I subscribed, because I'm like, this is where we all need to be. Stop, I don't even want to say wasting people's time, because like I said, people are not going to be able to fit everything that you know, put out online. But just give people a heads up, like, thank you, but this doesn't work for me. But anyways, this is a beach lunch lounge. I said that right the first time. I'm so proud of myself. It's just a flannel. I was really trying to make this brand like fetch, if you know what I'm trying to say. It just don't want to be fetch, okay? So I am done picking it up. I think I recently picked it up, but I'm done with it. This one takes forever to sell, and honestly, I could be pricing it wrong. I could be pricing it, you know, terribly. It's probably a $15 brand. It's not really a, you know, $20 to $25, you know, sale there. So I'm done. But this one had a few likes. I want to say maybe like 4 likes on Mercari. And yesterday I was just trying to zhuzh up some business, and honestly, what? 3 of these sales out of the 5 all came from me sending out a aggressive offer to the likers, and it worked. So I think that's what I need to kind of schedule in, is to every single day send out more aggressive offers on Mercari, just so I can zhuzh up some more business, because I have noticed that my sales have definitely declined on Mercari. So they're kind of back where they used to be, and not the 30. I was so excited for the 30 sales that I was getting in December. So I was assuming maybe, you know, we was coming up. We're not. We're still back down there. But like I said, I sent out a $15 offer. These were picked up at the Goodwill Outlet for 98 cents. So I did make a profit of $11.44 after fees and cost of goods. I don't think I told y'all the blazer. I'm just yapping. So anyways, the Brooks blazer actually sold for $42. I did pay 89 cents for it at the Goodwill Outlet, so I made a profit of $34.96 after fees and cost of goods. They actually purchased it for my full asking price on Mercari, which was great. I had woke up to that sale, and I was really happy about it, because like I said, sales have been really slow this past week. But this is an O'Neill dress. This is also another brand I was like, I'm done picking up, because it just doesn't go for what I assume it's going to go for. But that's my fault. I just need to move accordingly and don't pick it up, honestly. Don't pick it up unless it's maybe a maxi dress in a extra large or something special. But I had noticed that this one got a like on it, and I think it had maybe 4 or 5 likes on Mercari. So I ended up sending a aggressive offer to me. So I sent them a $15 offer. They accepted it, and I paid $1.08 for it at the Goodwill Outlet. Definitely won't be picking up O'Neill again unless, like I say, it's a style, the size. This was an extra large, and I thought the style was okay. But $15 sales are not bad. But when it's like a weekend like this, $15 sales are annoying, okay? All right, so this is a brand called Royal Robins. I actually had these since last year, March of last year to be exact. I think around that time I must have heard a reseller talking about this brand, so I was like, ooh, let me pick it up. And I think I picked it up a few times, and it sits, y'all. It sits. So I think I dropped the price on it on Mercari. Somebody came in and asked me was it still available, and I told them yes. So then they sent me a $16 offer. I was like, of course, it's yours. So I did pay $1.10 for it, and I made a profit of $12.12. I actually come across this brand a lot more at the bins and actually leave it behind. Granted, I know it's because we are not in the season for hiking and all the things, but we're about to be, so I don't know if I should probably look more into it, but I don't know. The sell-through rate is pretty shot, honestly. I probably need to look at it again, but I just stopped picking it up. I don't even bother wasting my time anymore. All right, so the last thing to sell is this 𝕃�ဍ like Stevie Nicks boho duster cardigan situation. This got a lot of attention on all 3 platforms. I think it had like 6 watchers on eBay, either 5 to 6 on Poshmark, and then like 8 I want to say on Mercari. So this is a pretty good pickup, and I did price it a little bit higher just because I had noticed that their cardigans performed a little bit better. So picked it up, was waiting. This was picked up, I want to say, either in December or January. Honestly, I can't remember. Probably should start writing down the month. I'll probably start doing that just so I can have an idea, and I can tell y'all too how long it's been here. But anyways, this one wasn't here that long. Someone asked me, did this have a stretch to it? And then they said, would you take 25? Now at the time I had it priced at 28. So I was like, oh, it doesn't have any stretch to it, it's rayon. And then I was like, of course. So I sent them a $25 offer, and guess what they did? Vanished. Okay, so I was like, whatever. But it is what it is. So I ended up receiving a like. So the likes that I sent out yesterday on these items, y'all, they came in. So like you get notifications on Mercari, and I just kind of went through the most recent ones, and I saw like, okay, if it had more than 2 likes on it this recently, then I'll go ahead and send them out offers to likers. And this one was one of them. And I sent out a $20 one, and I think the person that had recently liked it ended up purchasing it, which I think is a pretty good tactic. So I probably need to start doing that often, because I've sent out offers to the other people. They didn't accept it. So sending out that $20 one was, you know, a good one. All right, so these sold for $20. I did pay $1.01 for them at the bins. So I made a profit of $15.77 after fees and cost of goods. But yeah, y'all, that is it. Let me know how y'all sales have been. For reference, this is the end of January. This is the 29th to be exact. And yeah, January is actually not that bad of a month, which is wild to me. I did my books this morning, and it's actually doing well, which is kind of surprising me because it doesn't feel that way. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.